What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? 805 just here. Just 805. Forever representing Ventura County. Forever representing Ventura, California, my birthplace, the place that I was born, the place where my life began. Also got to give a shout out to Oxnard, the OX, the Ox, you know what I'm saying, where I've also lived. And just all of Ventura County in the Central Coast region of California. Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. It's the holiday season. We are in the midst of the holiday season, getting close to the middle of December, getting closer to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and just all the fun that we have in the last month of the year, y'all. It's the last month of the year. So let's just be real. Let's just be real here, okay? This is going to be the first video that I do. And we're going to be talking about for the next few days, next few weeks, the best Christmas albums of all time. Let's see. Can I do this? Is it possible? No? Okay. All right. I'm going to say that one more time. Let me repeat myself so everybody hears me clearly. Y'all know I'm a music guy. I'm a music head. You know what I'm saying? Old soul. Ben had vinyls. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the top 25 Christmas albums of all time. Not in order, just my top 25 favorite Christmas albums of all time, okay? All right. One of my favorite Christmas albums that, if you're older than me, you're definitely very familiar with, right? If you're around my age, you should probably be familiar with it. If somebody mentioned it to you on the street or you had to think just real quick, you may not remember it. But if you see the album cover, you remember this album. Or if you hear the songs, you remember this album. This album is called Home for Christmas. It's a classic. This is in a genre. I think I might have came up with this. I don't know if anyone else gave me this idea. But you know me, I'm an old soul, right? I listen to a lot of music from generations way beyond when I was born. You know what I'm saying? Music from the 60s, 70s, that type of thing, right? For me, whenever there's an artist or a musician and they're not a person of color, right? So they're not, Hispanic, they're not black, they're not, an islander, you know what I'm saying? So basically white. If there's a Caucasian or, a white musician or artist or singer and they have soul, they've got something about them that's just like, they've got something in their bloodstream that was maybe given to them naturally by family members or loved ones, or they grew up on just good classic music. I like to call that white soul. I like to say, man, that's some good white soul music. Because, we know soul music is black music, right? Obviously. We know soul, we know James Brown, we know, all these people, right? Funky, just good, quality music, right? From a certain era. So white soul to me is that's Michael McDonald. If you're not familiar with Michael McDonald, go look at Michael McDonald. Who else is a white soul? Let me think. I would say Justin Timberlake, white soul. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of, he got some good rhythm. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bop. You know what I'm saying? There's people like that where, their music may fall into, whatever category or genre, that it says on Billboard, but really they got a little bit of soul in them. Somebody put them on to some good music back in the day, or their parents, or they had a neighbor that, brought them up right. So they got a little bit of soul, right? This album that I'm about to talk about, this hits me in my soul. Not my white soul, but it just, it's one of those Christmas albums for me. Home for Christmas is the title of the album. It was released in 1992, way back in 92. Good year. That was a good year, if I remember correctly. Uh, Amy Grant is the artist. I'm gonna have the album artwork on the screen. Trust me, if you are anywhere around my age, or if you were born before, you know, 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? If you may be 40 and up, 50 and up, you know this album because these songs have played in many commercials, many movies, and it's considered a classic holiday Christmas album. The singer, the artist, the musician is Amy Grant. Album's titled Home for Christmas, and it has all the typical songs you would usually have on a Christmas album, right? You know, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Joy to the World, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Winter Wonderland. Let me tell you my favorites off this album, because this album is full of heat, right? Full of classic Christmas songs, but she just has that voice. And I've said this to many people before. My mother-in-law, actually, shout out to my mother-in-law, she has a voice like this. Amy Grant, to me, has the voice of, if you remember your preschool teacher, you know, if she was a lady, if you remember your maybe kindergarten teacher, or even if you remember your pediatrician, like growing up as a kid. Shout out to Dr. Walker. That was my childhood pediatrician. You know, you have a lady doctor as a kid, and, you know, she gives you lollipops and stuff, and she just has a soft, subtle voice. Like, it sounds like she could do, like, you know, I don't know, coffee commercials. Like, that's, to me, my entire childhood and growing up, Amy Grant had that voice that, like, oh man, she could be my preschool teacher, man. She could be, you know what I'm saying? So for me, right off the bat, The Night Before Christmas, banger. You've heard it before. If you haven't, Google it, look it up. You're already on YouTube watching my channel, so find it. Night Before Christmas is a classic, right? Winter Wonderland. Everybody loves walking in a winter wonderland. To me, she does it the best. Like I said, she has that voice. She has that preschool teacher, that very just like soft, you know, kind of Carpenter's style voice. And then the last banger on this one, which I believe at the time in 92, it was unique, because I don't know anybody before her that sang this song, but I know people after her did it. I know Kelly Clarkson did it. You know, a few other people redid the song, but the song is Grown Up Christmas List. Just by the title alone, you probably recognize that. The song, you know, this is my grown up Christmas list. Anyway, if you haven't heard it, look it up. That is the first album I'm starting with on my top 25 Christmas albums. We're going to go back to 92 to Home for Christmas by Amy Grant. Look it up, add it to your playlist, buy it. You know, I've got it. This is a classic. Shout out to Amy Grant. You know, I'm sure she's probably still touring and making some nice dollars, you know, off of her holiday album and her Christmas music here. And I believe she came out with a few other holiday albums, but this first one, the Home for Christmas album, her first holiday album with traditional holiday and Christmas songs. Yeah, hit you in your soul, hit you in your heart. So shout out to Amy Grant, man. And that's the first album we're gonna talk about in the top 25 Christmas albums of all time. Thank y'all for being subscribed to my channel. I appreciate y'all. For those who watch the videos and aren't subscribed, that's fine. That's cool, because I appreciate your views. I appreciate that you're tuning in, tapping in, right? Like, that's dope. So, you know, keep enjoying the content. We have a good time here. I say that all the time. And I look forward to really enjoying the holiday season with y'all and with my family and loved ones. So Merry Christmas. Jesus is the reason for the season. At least in my world, he is, you know what I'm saying, in my household. And as always, y'all, peace. What's going on, y'all? 805 Just here, Just 805. Real quick, I just want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for your comments. I greatly appreciate it, and let's continue to have a good time, y'all. Thank you, and peace.